Dear friends, it's been a while. I must say it's been a very long while because all this while issues upon issues have been coming up that really warrant one doing so many things offline. And notwithstanding, when we contemplate about the need for us not to give up on what we've been doing, it gives us more reasons. Just like one of the 10 questions in the same button that talks about that your voice is needed. Yes, my own voice is needed. Otherwise, I would have said that Randy Wilson, and Derek, Stephen Curfew, Dan Lewis, and so many others out there has actually been doing so many things in TBC that we keep it going. And definitely, it has been going on and on and on. Anyway, let me not forget to introduce myself. I know most of you know me, but for the sake of the new ones who are trooping into the community, my name is Amechi Eke, and I am broadcasting from Ebonyi State. You see, in this day and time, something as great as TBC don't have anything to be compared with. It has no reference. And so whenever we want to talk, we always need to get our minds together, get our acts together, and really know what we are talking about. Days are gone when we can just come and say blah, 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 and then off we go. No. The great innovation is already taking shape. The point mentioned by Randy the other day said something to be critical. And I must say, if there's anything like critical time in TBC, let me say that it is now. Critical in the sense that it is now that we need to put more critical effort, make it more critical, because everything is turning into critical in nature. But TBC, its own way or form of criticalness is always in positive way. We are to put the needed effort to make this huge project a reality. And so to you out there, my great and wonderful friends and fellow broadcasters, the privilege and opportunity we have to be talking about this is indeed a great one. When I take my time to listen to Randy Wilson is one of the many leaders, or is one of the broadcasters that when you are listening to him, you feel like, even if it is not for TBC, even if it's just for the practicalness, even if it's just for the tips that one needs to go on with this life, even if it's just a kind of pep up, motivational, it is all in that young man, Mr. Randy Wilson. I cannot fail to thank you. And when you are listening to the other guy, Stephen Curfew, there you see somebody pouring out his heart into what he's doing. You see reasons why you have to believe that TBC is not just for those who don't know what they're doing. You find out that TBC is for real men, real beings in the society. In fact, if I must use another word, I'll say that TBC is extracting great people into it. TBC is building something that has never been built before. And as such, what we see happening in the community gives us more reason not to look back, but do everything we can to make sure that we support and go ahead and share the gift that TBC is giving out so that people will actually get free from poverty. And Derek, that's another guy, another energetic young man from Africa. And when you see him speak, you see that excitement is always all over him. You see that reality is always proved when you see people talking about it. And but Derek, you're such a great guy in the community. Dan Laws, you have your own gift. And all these things put together, I cannot name all of you because we are indeed many in the community talking about this wonderful venture. So, my greeting to all of you. You are doing a very nice job. And please do not relent. Randy Wilson, whenever you are talking, I'm always like, wow, what a way of listening to great individual who knows how to go about with what he's doing. I was listening to Randy Wilson the other day, and it's like being to a counselor, listening to a doctor, real doctor, sincere one who actually tells you what you need to do, and not those who are just after your money. Because real doctors sometimes will tell you that, look, even me as a doctor, I have my own complaints, but not everything can go about. So you have to try to move on and live your life, and don't base your life on taking one pills, one medication after the other. So in all, when I look at what all these guys are doing in the community, it moves me to always want to say that I appreciate them all. It builds my confidence in the community. So this morning, I would like to look into an important aspect, and it's in form of a question. And that question is, what school of thought are you in? Yes, because here in TBC now we have so many school of reasoning, and out of the so many, is only one that actually get us going in the right direction. And that one is the one that helps us to know that if TBC is a child, if TBC is something starting up, TBC needs one thing. And that one thing is not exchangers, it's not a bank, it's not other thing in that line. What TBC is looking for, TBC is looking for more members. Yes. The school of thought that teach you that you have to go and start looking for way to exchange your TBC is a scam school. Is a school that will mislead you. It's a school that will get you thinking wrongly. So, as such, we want to look critically into what we are in for in the community in TBC. What we are after, or the school that helps us to really look at things properly, is a school that teaches us to consistently help people to get involved in TBC. The school that teaches us to know the value of linking ourselves to cash flow system. It's a school that helps us to link ourselves to leaders who will gradually and constantly help us to know the mission and vision of TBC. Say no to chaotic behaviors that people around the world, especially those who are greedy in nature, those who are just after today or tomorrow, those who don't really have long vision about what TBC is. Stay away from such ones. Okay? If you want to benefit maximally, do well to make the reading of TBC blog your first point of call. It is then you'll be able to see reasons why what you've gotten yourself into is a noble cause. When you see what TBC admin constantly dish out in the blog, I've often said that no university can come close to that in terms of teaching the right thing, helping people to know the right thing. It is in TBC that all you need to push ahead in life is to read a blog, listen to great motivational speakers, listen to those who really know what they are talking about. In all this, when you make it a point of view, a point of direction, always to look towards what you have in the blog, you are to be well applauded for doing something like that. Stop listening to those who will get you distracted. And again, if you really know what you are into in TBC, you find out that it is not just being written there when you hear love and respect. It is not just to complete sentences or just to make do or make believe. If you see Randy Wilson addressing Stephen Covey and Bederick, Dan Lewis, and other ones, you see the way they relate to each other. Even these guys are far from each other, but because being in the same cause, you get to know that that true love and respect is practical in TBC. So, people, my great and wonderful friends, I'm always feeling like opening people's brain and packing in the stuff that TBC is made of and putting to them. People don't know, especially those who are keen in just getting their needs met in one day. They don't know that what TBC have in store for them is more than all that have been pursuing all through their lives. TBC selects people. Selects people in the sense that he helps people to know the best way to go about things. TBC is not just about putting money into your pocket. TBC is not just a business that people do today and they don't care the impact it's going to have on the next persons or other ones. TBC comes along to tell us that something as great as it is has never happened. And while we are learning from the admin, we don't want to allow others to push us off course. So, my dear friends, if you are new in the community and expect to understand everything within a short while, it may not really be in that way. Some people just jump into, I can do this, hey, verify, it's easy, and I've not seen something like this, and yeah. And when you come in such excitement and unknowingly or out of curiosity, you go about believing others who don't know about it for them to explain it to you, that is where you usually get it wrong, my dear. That is where you get it wrong because you can always do something that is needed if you follow those who ardently believe in what you just got into. Don't let your excitement get you out of the way because so many people have stopped midway because they felt that other ones will just be equally excited as they are for having come into the community. But you are just new. That is why we will always do well to direct our new members to cash flow system. Yes, cash flow leaders. They will put you through, they will school you, they will make you to understand what you are into.